Good morning, students. I welcome all of you. Today we will start the third chapter of class 10, that is metal and non-metal. It is a very important chapter for class 10. You will get so many questions, near about 5 to 6 marks or more than that from this chapter. So be careful. We'll discuss about all the questions and all the basic concept of this chapter. The chapter is mainly conceptful, so try to understand all the topics that will be discussed here. Let me start. First, it is very well known to all of us. We already know about elements. Elements are pure substances which are made up of same kinds of materials, or you can say same kinds of atoms. So elements are those materials or those substances which are made up of same kinds of atoms. If we take examples, there is, suppose an iron rod is there. This iron rod, it contains the particles of iron. Obviously, within an iron rod, we'll get only iron. There is Fe. There is a symbol of iron. Here we will get the iron only. We will not get any other atom or any other particle within an iron rod. Means we will not get gold within atom, obviously. So it means that iron is made up of same kinds of materials. So now, elements are made up of same kinds of materials. We can classify the elements into three main categories. These are metal, non-metal, and metalloids. So we will discuss about metal, non-metal, and metalloids. We will discuss about the differences in between metal and non-metal also. So let us start about metal. So first we will discuss about metal. We will discuss about the properties of metal, maybe the physical properties, maybe the chemical properties of metals. After that, one homework will be given to you. That you have to write the differences in between metal and non-metal. Okay, that will be your homework. Means after the discussion of about metal and non-metal, on the basis of the discussion, you have to write the differences between metal and non-metal by yourself. So let us start. First of all, you can write that metals are hard. That's a physical property of metals. Metals are hard, or you can write that metals are generally hard. But there is an exception. If we take the example, there is iron. It is very well known that iron, gold, platinum, these are hard metals. Okay, these are hard metals. There is an exception. That is sodium and potassium, lithium also. These are soft metals. These are soft metals. Sodium and potassium, they are very soft and they can be cut by using knife. Next. Metal are generally solid in state. At room temperature, usually you can see that the metals are solid in state. Means, if we take the example of iron, gold, platinum, that is very well known. Sodium, potassium, they are solid in nature. There is an exception for this. You have to learn about these exceptions also, because maybe you will get the questions on the basis of exception. Maybe. Most of the questions are given generally on the basis of exception. Now here, Hg, this metal is called mercury. is liquid at room temperature. It is very well known that is mercury is a liquid metal. So it is a very important question. That is, name a metal which is liquid at room temperature. The answer will be mercury. Next we'll discuss. That is, metals are hard. We learn that metals are hard and metals are generally solid. Number 3. Metals are malleable and ductile. It is very well known that metals are malleable and ductile. What do you mean by these two words? There is malleable and ductile. Malleable actually it comes from this word, that is malleability. Malleability. So malleability is a property of metal due to which it can be hammered into thin sheets. अगर हम लोग मेटल के ऊपर एक हथौड़ी से पीटेंगे तो मेटल थिन शीट में कन्वर्ट हो सकते हैं. जैसे हम लोग देखते हैं कि एल्यूमिनियम मेटल इज यूज्ड फॉर पैकेजिंग ऑफ फूड्स. एल्यूमिनियम मेटल को हम लोग फूड पैकेजिंग में यूज करते हैं तो इसका थिन शीट्स बन सकते हैं. सो दिस प्रॉपर्टी इज कॉल्ड malleability. I am not writing here in details malleability, so you can write by yourself. There is a property of metal due to which it can be hammered into thin sheets. Now the next one, that is ductility. It is a very important property of metal. It is the property of metal due to which metals can be drawn into thin wire. मेटल्स को हम लोग पतला तार में कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं. जैसे कि अगर आपको बोला जाए कि 1 ग्राम गोल्ड से 2 किलोमीटर लॉन्ग तार बनाया जा सकता है. सो दिस प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ मेटल इज कॉल्ड डक्टिलिटी, एंड एज द मेटल्स कैन बी ड्रॉन इनटू थिन वेयर, दैट्स व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड डक्टाइल. ओके, फाइन. नंबर 4, metals have shiny surface. Means metals are lustrous. Lustrous means they have the shiny surface. मेटल का जो सरफेस होता है वो शाइन करता है. That's why the metals are usually used for making jewelry. Means gold, platinum, they are usually used. They are very shiny. That's why they are usually used for making jewelry. Why they are very shiny? Because their surface are very smooth and they can reflect the light easily. They can reflect the light more. That's why they are lustrous. Not only that, there is another reason, that is metals have the free electrons on its surface, means the electron clouds. Due to the presence of electron clouds, the light which falls on the metal surface, that can be reflected more. That's why the metals are lustrous. Okay. There is an exception for this. Iodine is a non-metal, but it is lustrous. Iodine is a non-metal. Iodine एक non-metal है, but it is lustrous. लेकिन इसमें luster होते हैं, मतलब इसमें एक shine रहता है iodine में. ठीक है. Remember this one, the silver metal ये बहुत ज़्यादा शाइनी होते हैं और लाइट को easily रिफ्लेक्ट कर पाते हैं. That's why silver is used for making mirror. This one is the exception. Iodine is a non-metal, although it is lustrous. Next one. metals have high melting and boiling point. At atmospheric pressure, the temperature at which a substance melts, that is called the melting point, and the temperature at which, at atmospheric pressure, the temperature at which a substance starts boiling, that is called the boiling point. The temperature is called the boiling. Metals are bonded each other with a strong attraction force. That's why you can say metals metals have the high melting and boiling point. It's usually saying that metals having high melting and boiling point. क्योंकि मेटल के जो पार्टिकल्स होते हैं वो बहुत ही टाइटली बाउंडेड होते हैं, इसीलिए क्या होता है कि मेटल के बीच में, मेटल के पार्टिकल्स के बीच में एक बॉन्ड होते हैं, इसको मेटलिक बॉन्ड बोला जाता है। मेटलिक बॉन्ड प्रेजेंट होने के लिए बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग बॉन्ड है, इसीलिए उसका मेल्टिंग बॉइलिंग पॉइंट ज़्यादा होता है। ट्राई टू रिमेंबर दिस पॉइंट, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, द हाई मेल्टिंग एंड बॉइलिंग पॉइंट। जनरली देयर इज आयरन मेटल, its melting point is 1536 degrees centigrade, so it is very high melting. Exception is there also. Exception, that is cesium metal, its melting point is 28.7 degrees C. So it is metal, but it has a low melting point. There is another exception. Cesium is a metal, although its melting point is low. Like sodium, potassium, they are also metals, but they are having the low melting and boiling point. Gallium also. Okay. Sodium, its melting point is 98 degree. Sodium, most of the 98 or 92 like this. Okay, 98 degrees centigrade. And potassium, it is 64 degrees centigrade like this. Okay. So maybe this one may it vary. It's something 62, 64 like this. Okay, what is the fixed obviously? Yes, gallium, it has a low melting point like 30 degrees centigrade. Okay. One more exception, there is diamond. It is a non-metal, but its melting point is very high. There is 3723 degrees centigrade. So it's a non-metal, although its melting point is high. Okay, these are the exceptions. You have to remember these exceptions. So, fine. Next one. Next one. Metals are sonorous. Metals are sonorous. I am not giving you all the exceptions here, okay? You can learn the other exceptions which are not given here from any other book or from any other source, no problem. You can learn it, okay? You can share it also with your friends, not through WhatsApp. The metals are sonorous, means metals can produce ringing sound when it is hammered or when it is beaten by a hard substance. तो मेटल को अगर हम लोग हैमर से या फिर कोई भी हार्ड सब्सटेंस से अगर पीटेंगे तो इसमें रिंगिंग साउंड प्रोड्यूस होगा. एज यू कैन ऑब्जर्व इन योर स्कूल, द स्कूल बेल that produce the ringing sound when it is hammered or it is beaten by any hard substance. So that's the matter. The metals are sonorous means इसको आप metal ringing sound produce कर सकते हैं. Number 7. What you can say about metals? The number 7 is very important point. What you can say? Metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Metals can conduct heat, metals can conduct electricity. There are so many activities you can perform it by yourself, no problem. So we can check that metals are good conductor of electricity by this process. Suppose you are taking a battery, you connect a wire, a switch, and a bulb. Okay. Now we just cut down this portion, this way. If we switch on, then if we on the switch, then bulb will glow. If we cut down this portion and if we connect this two wire through iron, अगर यहाँ पे हम लोग थोड़ा सा तार को कट करके यहाँ पे आयरन का एक पीस लगा देंगे, देन स्विच ऑन करने से बल्ब ग्लो करेगा. इट मीन्स आयरन can conduct electricity. Whereas if we replace the iron piece by suppose wood or plastic, then we'll observe when we on the switch, then what will happen? The bulb will not glow. It means non-metals, plastics, they cannot conduct electricity. That's why they are used as insulator. They are used for making the coating on copper wire, that is कॉपर के तार के ऊपर प्लास्टिक का कोटिंग हम लोग देखते हैं, क्योंकि प्लास्टिक इंसुलेटर होते हैं. इंसुलेटर आर दो सब्सटेंसेस which will not allow to pass the electricity through it. This activity can be performed by this. Next, it can be conduct heat. It can conduct heat. If we suppose there is an iron rod, you are holding the iron rod from this side, you are holding this iron rod from this side, suppose, and you are hitting the opposite portion. What will observe? We'll observe that we'll feel the heat from this side also. Means the iron rod, it get hot. Okay, it transfer the heat from here to there. Means the heat is transferred from within from the metal from one place to another place. मेटल के एक जगह से दूसरे जगह पे हीट क्या हो रहा है, ट्रांसफर हो रहा है. It proves that metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Next, metals can lose electrons. Okay. Metals contain 1, 2 or 3 number of valence electrons. Means suppose we are taking the examples. Sodium atomic number 11, the electronic configuration is 281. Magnesium atomic number 12, electronic configuration is 282. Aluminium atomic number 13, electronic configuration 283. It is observed that the number of valence electron in sodium, magnesium, aluminium, these are 1, 2 or 3 exceptions are there. We are not discussing about the exception for this case. 1, 2 or 3. This number of electrons are present in the valence shell, then it will be metal. Generally it can be observed. Next one. Okay. So what will happen to fill its valence shell, means to keep 8 electrons in its valence shell? The sodium can lose 1 electron, magnesium it will lose 2 electrons, aluminium it will lose 3 electrons like this. Okay. तो ये देखा जा रहा है कि मेटल जो होते हैं उनके लास्ट में 1, 2 या फिर 3 वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन्स होते हैं. They can lose electron. That's why metals can form positive ion, that is cation. So it can be observed that sodium it loses 1 electron, it will form Na plus. Magnesium it loses 2 electrons, it will form Mg2 plus. Aluminium it loses 3 electrons and it will form Al3 plus. Okay. Metals can loses electron and form cations. Now the next one, metals are good reducing agent. metals loses electrons, that's why they are good reducing agents. Okay, we know that metals, whatever the substance it loses electron, it will be a reducing agent. तो मेटल दूसरे को रिड्यूस करता है और खुद ऑक्सीडाइज होता है. तो metals can loses electrons and they are good reducing agent. If we take example Zn plus H2SO4, it will form ZnSO4 plus H2. So we are removing of hydrogen from any compound means it is reducing it. तो जिंक यहाँ पे इसको रिड्यूस कर रहे हैं, तो मेटल जो है वो रिड्यूस कर सकता है. तो मेटल्स आर रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट्स. ओके, नाउ next one, metals are reducing agent. What you can say next one, that is what you can say, metals can form cation. Metals are reducing agents. Okay. Good reducing agent means it will loses electron, means it will form iron Fe, it will form Fe2 plus like this. Okay. Okay. Next one. अब तो याद नहीं यार, क्या लिख सकते हैं. Metals are good conductor of electricity, ये तो हो गया. Okay. चलो अभी तो दिमाग में नहीं आ रहा, तो बाद में याद आएगा तो बोल देंगे. ठीक है. अच्छा, let us discuss about non-metals. अच्छा, this one. Next one. Metals reacts with oxygen to form metallic oxide, which can react with water to form base. That is, you can say metal hydroxide. Okay, they can form metal hydroxide. Metal hydroxide are basic in nature or base. So you can say that metallic oxides are basic in nature. Metallic oxides are basic in nature. Okay? If we take the example, that is sodium, it reacts with oxygen to form sodium oxide Na2O, and if Na2O it reacts with water to form sodium hydroxide NaOH. So you can balance it. Okay. So it is clear that sodium oxide, it is basic in nature. Okay, basic in nature. How can we prove that it is basic in nature? If we dip the red litmus paper in sodium hydroxide solution, then the red litmus will turn into blue. And we know that base can turn red litmus blue, so we can say that the aqueous solution of sodium oxide is basic in nature. तो यहाँ पर इस पॉइंट को बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है. अच्छा, और भी एक चीज कि मेटल ऑक्साइड्स Na2O, that is metal oxide, it reacts with acid, hydrochloric acid. Suppose it is taken hydrochloric acid, it will form NaCl plus H2O. NaCl is salt, we know, sodium chloride, and this one is water. So we know that acid reacts with base to form salt and water. So you can say sodium oxide is basic oxide. This reaction also proves that sodium oxide is basic oxide. Remember this one, very important. Sodium oxide is basic in nature. So metal oxides are basic in nature. This reaction also proves that. Okay. Let us discuss about non-metals. Now one by one, you can write the points. So I just forget that what points have been written here, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like this. Okay. So you have to write just opposite one for this. Non-metals are generally soft. Okay. Non-metals are generally soft, comparatively, but exception is there. Exception is there. That is diamond. It is a hard non-metal. Okay. Number two, there is what was written there? Non-metals. They are generally in liquid or gaseous state. Sometimes it is found that they are solid. Okay, means non-metals may be solid, may be liquid, or may be gas. Solid non-metal it is known, that is food. Liquid non-metals, bromine, Br2, bromine. Gaseous non-metals like oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, these are gaseous non-metals. Okay, this question is very important. Give example of a liquid non-metal. You have to write bromine. Okay. Next one, what you can write? Metals are metals having the dull surface. Okay, non-metals having the dull surface. Metal has a shiny surface, that is they are lustrous. Non-metals are having the dull surface, that is they are not lustrous. They cannot conduct heat and electricity. Okay, they cannot conduct heat and electricity. Okay, one exception is there. There is graphite. It is non-metal, but it can conduct electricity. Number 5, they are non-sonorous. Means they cannot produce a ringing sound when they are beaten by any hard substance. Number 6, non-malleable and non-ductile. They are non-malleable and non-ductile. Number 7, what you can write? That is, I just put it just. You can write the opposite one. Okay. आगे पीछे हो रहा है शायद कहीं कहीं पे, अब थोड़ा सा जो मेटल में लिखा है जस्ट ऑपोजिट ऐसे लिखते जाएंगे. दे गेन्स इलेक्ट्रॉन, जितना मुझे याद आ रहा है वहाँ लिख रहे हैं. दे गेन्स इलेक्ट्रॉन. ओके, नंबर ऑफ वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इन नॉन मेटल, that is 4, 5, 6 or 7. Like carbon atomic number 6, 2,4, it is a non-metal. Nitrogen atomic number 7, 2,5. Oxygen atomic number 8, 2,6. Fluorine atomic number 9, 2,7. These are non-metals. They contain 4, 5, 6 or 7 number of valence electrons. Fine? अच्छा. 9. Non-metals are good oxidizing agents. Right? Non-metals, they gain electron, that's what they are good oxidizing agent. Number 10, what you can write? They are good oxidizing agents. They form negative ion, that is anion. It has been observed that fluorine retains 1 electron to form F minus. They can gain electron or they can share electron also. Okay. Let's say like nitrogen, it gains 3 electrons to form N3 minus ion. Oxygen, it gains 2 electrons to form O2 minus. This one is nitrite, this one is oxide, this one is fluoride ions. These are negative ions. Another point you can write, non-metals, that's the last point, reacts with oxygen to produce non-metal oxide, which react with water to form acids. So you can say that non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. Okay, they are acidic in nature. If you take the example, carbon is a non-metal, very well known non-metal. It reacts with oxygen to form carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide reacts with water to form H2CO3. That is carbonic acid. Carbonic acid. So it is very well known. That is, so you can say on the basis of this, carbon dioxide is the acidic oxide. And obviously we know that acidic oxide, they react with base to form salt and water. Acid reacts with base to form salt and water. Now if carbon dioxide reacts with base like sodium hydroxide, then it will form sodium carbonate and water. That is salt and water. So we can balance it. Okay, check that is it balanced or not. If it is not, then you have to balance it by yourself. So carbon dioxide, it reacts with base to form salt and water. It is salt, it is water, it is base. So it should be acid, means it is acidic oxide. तो लास्ट में हैंड राइटिंग थोड़ा सा खराब हुआ है, आपको थोड़ा सा मैनेज कर लेना है. तो ये नॉन मेटल जो है, नॉन मेटल्स का प्रॉपर्टी जो है, दिस आर जनरली ऑपोजिट ऑफ मेटल्स. नाउ you have to prepare a chart where you have to write the differences between metal and non-metal. You can do it in your copy, chemistry copy. In homework copy it will be better that if you do it in your homework copy. तो बच्चों ये चैप्टर जो है इसको थोड़ा सा ध्यान दे के पढ़े और अच्छे से पढ़ाई करें, अच्छे से पढ़े, क्योंकि ये चैप्टर बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट हो रहा है और हम लोग आगे और भी बहुत सारे इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक को डिस्कस करेंगे. एंड प्लीज लर्न सम अदर एक्सेप्शन ऑल्सो फ्रॉम योर बुक. चलिए पढ़ाई करते रहें. थैंक यू.